Hello everyone, welcome to Engineering Xplained channel. In this session of fluid power system, I am going to take how to bleed air from a hydraulic cylinder. Here, in the hydraulic cylinder, during its operation, due to variation in the pressure, the atmospheric air may enter into the hydraulic cylinder. If the air is entered, the behavior of the air is different from the hydraulic fluid, and that's why the system does not work properly. It may malfunction or it may cause some of the difficulties also, and that's why always the hydraulic cylinder should be free from the air. And for that reason, if due to the any reason if the air is entered into the hydraulic cylinder, that should be removed. And here I am going to discuss how the air is to be removed from the hydraulic cylinder, what are the different methods, and what the precautions are to be taken in order to avoid the air to enter into the hydraulic cylinder. Kindly subscribe to the Engineering Explained channel. If you are already subscribed, kindly share and comment. To remove air or bleed from a hydraulic cylinder, position the cylinder with ports facing up. The ports, what are their openings, what are their inlet and exit ports, those should be facing up. In that way, it should be kept. And with the system at low pressure, that we should keep in mind, low pressure, loosen the bleed screw. The bleed screw which is there or some fitting, okay, that bleed screw or a fitting until air bubbles stop escaping. When we lose the bleed screw or fitting, the air will be whatever is there because of the pressure what is acting by the hydraulic fluid, the air will be escape from that hole. Then later, after the air completely escaped, then the air bubbles will be stopped. Then oil also coming out of that one. Then after that, leaving the clear oil. Okay, the oil will be start coming out of that pores. Then thereby we have to stop it. Alternatively, the another method, cycle the cylinder through its full extension and retraction at low pressure. The extension and retraction continuously carried out for the low pressure 3 to 4 times, pausing for 5 seconds between the directions. That cause the to return the trapped air to the reservoir. By doing this one, the air what it is entered into the hydraulic cylinder that will be goes to the reservoir. Then from the vent it will be escaped to the atmosphere. Then here the steps to bleed the hydraulic cylinder are: first one, safety preparation. The what safety preparation is required? Ensure the hydraulic pump reservoir is vented. Usually the reservoir is to be vented in order to maintain the atmospheric pressure. That's why the vent whatever is there that should be checked for this pump reservoir. Position the cylinder below the pump level. The cylinder should be positioned below the pump level or oriented. So the bleeder screw or port is at the highest point. Again, the bleeder screw or a port, what it is there, it should be at a highest point of that cylinder. That is the first safety preparation. Then locate the bleed points. The bleed points, what are there? Those should be located. Identify the bleeder hole or screw on the cylinder. That should be identified. Usually found at the top or near the hose connections. Okay, at the top of the cylinder it may present, or near to that hose which are connected. Okay, it may be inlet or exit port hose water connections are there. There nearer to that the usually bleeder valve or a screw will be present. Initial bleed, lower pressure. Slowly open the bleed screw, allowing air a hissing sound. Then oil to escape. As I already mentioned, here if you open the bleed screw, then initially because of the pressure, the air escapes from that valve. Then that is making a sound that is like hissing sound. Then after that, the oil will be starts escaping from that uh, bleed screw hole. Okay, later, when oil starts escaping, we'll close that valve. Run cycles, cycle the cylinder, extending and retracting to push air out, ensuring it do not operate at high pressure. That cycle by operation, the continuously extension and retraction, by that cycle of the operation also we can remove the air, but at a lower pressure. The final inspection, either it may be by losing a bleeder valve or by extending and retraction. If we remove the air, after that, if you close that one, then we'll do that final inspection for that. Close the bleed screw, top of the hydraulic fluid in the reservoir, the whatever the escaped oil is there, some the oil which is uh, came out from the that hole, and that will some oil will be reduced in the reservoir, that will be top up, and test the system for smooth operation. For the smooth operation, testing should be carried out. Then key tips for this removing of the air and avoiding that air enter into the hydraulic cylinder are: first one, avoid high pressure. Do not bleed air from a hydraulic cylinder under high pressure, as this can cause dangerous rapid acceleration of the piston rod. Okay, here the higher pressure we should not use during the bleeding. We have to use the lower pressure only. Okay, otherwise it will cause the some dangerous actions. Repeat as needed. If operation remains jerky or noisy, repeat the process. The removal of the air either by the opening the bleed valve or by the extension and retraction, by loosening that valves, okay, that hose connections. There, if the even though after that, if any jerky or a noisy operation if it is there, the process is to be repeated till the smooth operation appears. Check fluid level. Always ensure the hydraulic reservoir is adequately filled to prevent reintroducing air. Okay, whatever the level required in the hydraulic reservoir, that level should be mentioned, and frequently that is to be checked. Otherwise, if goes the below that level, the air entry may take place. Okay, now to avoid that one, the fluid level is to be maintained in the reservoir. The some of the techniques, common techniques which are used for the removing of the air from the hydraulic cylinder are: the first one is a manual bleeding, no bleeder valve. Okay, here bleeder valve is not there, but the manually we can bleed or remove the air from that one. Loosen the hose connection. The hose connection should be loosened at the highest point of the cylinder, at the highest point where it is there. Okay, it may be inlet or exit, that should be loosened, and slowly cycle the cylinder through its full extension and retraction. Okay, that cylinder is cycled. The piston is operated inside of the cylinder for full extension and retraction at low pressure. After that, it will allow air to escape from it. Okay, that operation, the cycling what it is there, it will allow the air to escape from it. The next one is automated or system cycling. That what it is, the for systems without dedicated ports extend and retract the cylinder fully multiple times, holding it at full extension for several minutes. Okay, if the dedicated ports are not there, then what it is there to remove the air, okay, the extension and retraction is to be carried out many times, multiple times, holding for the full extension for several times. Extension is to be kept for the several minutes, it will be kept open. By that, the air can be removed. The two post lift technique. That's the lift technique. In the technique, in the lift, hydraulic lift, the what the air entering can be removed. That is called as a two post lift technique. In that one, they raise the lift above the foot. The above the at the bottom foot, what it is there. Okay, that lift is raised for above that one. Locate the bleed screw. Now, where the bleed screw is there, that should be located. It may be side or a top in the hydraulic cylinder. It may be there. Open it until air all oil escapes, then close. Okay, where it is there, it should be located, then it should be loosened. Okay, opened, Then till the air escapes, okay, it will be kept open, then it will be closed so that the air from the that lift, whatever is there, the hydraulic cylinder of the lift, it can be removed. Like this, by the different techniques and the different applications, the from the hydraulic cylinder, the air can be removed. That one thing we should note, that one, the air into entering into the hydraulic cylinder is not giving the better performance, required performance, and it will cause some other difficulties, and it will cause some dangerous um, problems also. And that's why, in our first thing, we have to avoid the entry of the air into the hydraulic cylinder. The second thing, even though some uh, by taking all the precautions, the air, if it is entered into the hydraulic cylinder, that should be removed by any of the technique what I have mentioned here. Thanks for watching. If you like, share, subscribe, and comment.